Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. If we haven't even met before, my name is Shiv. Hello, if you're coming back then welcome. So in today's video I am filming a look with none other than the Revolution Pro Night and Day eyeshadow palette. I created this look for you right here, and I have some thoughts on the palette, so definitely stay tuned for that. It's a full honest review and everything. Everything is on my channel up in here. Make sure you are subscribed for future videos if you haven't already. It would mean the absolute world. If you do enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up, or now if you're feeling generous. Anyway, so without further ado, if you would like to see how I created this makeup look and kind of how the palette performed, then please carry on watching. So the first step of this look is I'm going to take some sellotape and pop it on the outer corner of my eye for a nice sharp edge. I would recommend using micropore tape, however I don't have any to hand and I'm just going to use sellotape. It's my own face, it's okay. So I'm just going to take some tape and align it with the outer corner of my eye to my brow. This eye has been streaming a little bit. I've already primed my lids with some concealer and powder, but this eye has been streaming just because I was outside in the garden a second ago. And I think the pollen has kind of got to it and my leaky eye, so hopefully that doesn't ruin the eye makeup later on. It's stopped streaming now, but it's just kind of taken off the powder on the outer corner, but I'm not going to be putting eyeshadow right there, so it should be okay. Teeth look really white today. So in today's video we are using the Revolution Pro Night and Day Colour Focus Shadow Palette, which is an intensely pigmented palette and pearlescent eyeshadows. So the packaging is really lovely. It's kind of like quilted almost. It's really nice. Anyway, I like the feel of it and I like the packaging. It's really nice. It just says Night and Day across it in gold text with a white background. And then this is what the palette looks like. Some really pretty colours. I don't know if you're able to see that in the camera, but they are really pretty. This one is super glittery and gorgeous, and that's going straight on the inner corner already. I know it. I really want to use this colour. It's like a duochrome. It reminds me a lot of MAC's Blue Brown Pigment. So I think I'm going to use this one, this one, this one. I asked my boyfriend what colours to use, and he was like the blue and the black, definitely. So I'm definitely going to be incorporating those two shades for him in this eye. I think I'm going to do like a smoky eye, so like the blue brown kind of like to here, then the blue, then the black, and we shall see, and hopefully it looks nice and pretty. This one looks matte, this one looks matte, this one I can't work out if it is a matte shade, but I am going to start with this shade here, which is called, if I have the sheet right here, it is called Paved, and I'm going to take that into the crease of my eye. And I'm going to take that on a Fancy Co blending brush. Right, let's try out these shadows. I'm just going to take that and start by blending that back and forth through the crease, right up to the outer corner, back and forth, and little wiggling motions to blend it in. There's a lot of fallout with these shadows, but it is a baked kind of formula, I think, with a little pod, so I'm not that bothered. But just to let you know, if that is something that bothered you, there is a little bit of fallout with the palette, like kickback. Remember that term from the Subculture palette? That was never a term before that palette exists, and now everyone's talking about it. Okay, I'm just blending that through the crease. This is nice and pretty. It's very soft, kind of like a taupey colour, and usually I steer clear of these kind of shadows because I feel like they wash out my green eyes, but hopefully we can, you know, make something beautiful on these eyeballs. I'm leaving my hair tied back. I have curled it, which you can kind of see, but I'm going to leave it tied back because it is just too hot in here. The next shade that I'm going to take is this chocolatey brown shade, which is called Wooden. I'm going to pop that in the next kind of part of the crease just to deepen things up a little bit. I can't really tell if it's completely matte or if it's like a satin, but we're going to try and blend it into the crease anyway, and I'm taking it on a Primark 220 blending brush. Okay, so far as I can see, there's no like intense shimmer or anything like that. It's just taking a little while to kind of build it up on the eye. I hope you guys are really enjoying my Revolution Focus week. This wasn't actually intentional at first, and then when I was planning out my videos, I was a little behind on content, so I was like, okay, well I'll just kind of do a content overload and upload all in like 1 week kind of thing. And I didn't realise that all the videos like next to each other were Revolution palette like themed videos, so I was like, oh, Revolution Focus week, this is what's happening right now. I am sorry if you can hear kind of sound in the background. I'm just trying to get this video filmed. I don't live in a fancy studio. Okay, that's quite nice. It could be a little bit more intense, but I don't feel like we're going to get any more colour payoff, so we're going to leave it like that. But that is a nice kind of subtle smoke, and my eye and whole face is really sweaty, so the tape's starting to peel off. Ah! We Brits cannot cope with this heat. The next shade that I'm going to take is very appropriate for its name. It is called Blackout, which is the black shadow in the palette, which looks like this. I'm going to pack it right in the outer corner of the eye. I might bring it in further, I haven't really decided yet, but I am going to take it on my Primark 230 blending brush. I used to use black eyeshadow like all the time because in my head I was like, that's how you get an intense eye makeup look. Rude. Okay, the one thing I will say quickly about this palette, if you look, I've got black eyeshadow right here just from swirling my brush around, so it will get dirty quite easily. Yeah, I used to use black eyeshadow like all the time back in the day when I was like really getting into makeup, because in my head I kind of felt like it was the only way to like really add up the drama into a makeup look. Lo and behold, I discovered that there are other dark colours that aren't just black. But I know, I'm not against it. I love a black smoky eye. It's just one of those looks I feel like can look beautiful, but then if you kind of overdo it, it just looks a teeny bit scary. But you know, you do you. Like Ellie Darby says, I love her. Me and my boyfriend both love her. Watch her videos religiously. Don't know why I'm talking about Ellie Darby in a makeup video, but there you go. And I definitely just scratched my eyeball with the brush. Okay, so we've taken it kind of like 3/4 of the way across, and I'm just doing some blending to make sure it's nice and smoked out. It's definitely not the most pigmented black eyeshadow, even though it does look very dark in the pan. However, I'm going to put that down to that being the baked formula in the palette. But you know, it's blending nicely. There's no like massive trouble. I don't actually have much fallout like on the sellotape with this one. There's just quite a lot of kickback like in the pan, and the palette gets dirty easily. But you know, if you clean it, it's fine. So then I'm just going to go back in with the kind of dark milk chocolatey shade and just go on top of that to blend it out further. Then, you guessed it, we're going to go back in with the kind of taupe shade and just give a quick blend over the top of that. So now we've got our base down. Now I'm going to pop a cream base all over the lid. This is Maybelline's Colour Tattoo in the shade Turquoise Forever. I'm going to pop that all across the lid using a flat synthetic brush. So the tape is really peeling because I am so freaking hot. Okay, so before I set the lid colour down, I'm just going to spritz a flat shader brush with some setting spray. This is the Jake Jamie Tropical Crunch Essence Spray. Yes, I like to use skincare sprays to set my makeup. I just feel like it just adds an extra oomph, you know? Anyway, I'm just going to spritz this on my shader brush. And then I'm going to take this gorgeous duochrome shade called Steel, which really reminds me of MAC's Blue Brown Pigment. And I'm going to pack that pretty much all across the lid, just up to about here. Oh, gorgeous. That is stunning, and definitely a MAC Blue Brown kind of vibe, but definitely more blue. But I don't know if it's because I put the turquoise base down. Then for this little section here, I'm going to take this gorgeous navy blue shade and pack that right on there. Okay, I'm actually going to take that right to the edge of the eye. I'm just going to go back to my blending brush from the first colour and just kind of go over the top of it very gently, like smooth it in a little bit. Then for my brow bone highlight, I'm going to take this white, which has like a duochrome of blue glitter running through it. I don't know if you can see that on camera. I'm going to pop that on my brow bone using my BH Cosmetics number 9 brush. Okay, it's definitely more of a glitter rather than like a shadow. Kind of like press that onto the brow bone. Press, 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 press. Okay, now I'm going to attempt to do a winged liner. This is the Revolution Renaissance Flick Liner Pen. Need I say more? I use this in every video. It's just amazing. I'm going to go ahead and just follow my line straight up and down. This is going to be quite difficult because the tape is kind of moving around, but hopefully we can get a nice crisp wing. Then I'm going to peel off the tape. Hopefully it looks okay. Oh my god, they just slide off because of how sweaty my face is. I'm just going to go ahead and take a cotton bud and just kind of clean up the outer corner because it's looking a little bit messy. Now I'm going to curl my lashes. And pop on some mascara. This is the Revlon Volumizing Mascara. Then for lashes I'm going to pop on these ones from Suzanne Jackson. They're in the style New York and you can get them at Primark. I'm just going to go ahead and pop these on and I'll be right back. Lashes are on. Now it's time to go onto the waterline. I'm going to take this pencil from Sigma. This is the Long Wear Eyeliner Pencil in the shade Wicked. I'm going to pop this in both my upper and lower waterline. Not a satisfying one. Then for the lower lash line, I'm going to take the blue cream shadow and just pop that on and then put the blue shadow on top of it. Okay, I'm going to move on to the face now and I'm going to take the Revolution Pro Goddess Glow Primer and I'm just going to massage this into my skin for a nice kind of luminous underneath the skin kind of look. Then for foundation, I'm going to be taking the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer in the shade Natural. I'm just going to pop this on my face and then blend it in with my Spicy Choco Kush Beauty Sponge. Then for cream contour, I'm going to take my Primark contour and Sculpt stick in the shade Brown. And I'm going to pop this just under my cheekbones. And around the top of my forehead. Then under the jaw. Under the lip. And then down the sides of the nose. Then I'm just going to blend it out using this brush from Show, starting with the jaw. Oh my god, I am so hot under these lights. I can't wait to turn these lights off. Not gonna lie to you, but I am quite happy with how the look is looking. It's not my favourite look. I'm just gonna put it out there straight away, but it is literally just because like grey cool tones just don't suit me, I think. Well, personally, I don't think anyway. I like something to make my eyes look more green and I feel like this makes them look kind of grey. Then for concealer, I'm going to take my Wonder 2 Last On Foundation Concealer in the shade 20 Sand. Pop this in my usual places, so middle of my forehead, under my eyes, chin, down the nose, just to kind of highlight my face and also, in the meantime, cover up any blemishes, just like the one on my chin. That was very angry this morning, but hopefully it should go down by tomorrow. Then I'm just going to blend it in with my beauty sponge. Then I'm going to set this all into place using this Primark powder. This is the My Perfect Colour Mattifying Powder in the shade Ivory. I'm just going to stamp it into the skin to set all of this into place and hopefully defeat the heat right now. Now I'm going to contour with my Nip and Fab contour kit in the shade Ginger right here. I'm going to put it on the same places that I put the cream contour. Then I'm going to bronze up my face using my NYX matte bronzer in the shade Medium. I feel like a little bit of bronzer is going to really transform this look so I don't look so like cold. Then for blush, I'm going to take my Too Faced Papa Don't Peach blush, just kind of packing that on my cheek. Then I'm going to set this into place and kind of get rid of all of the powder excess, and I'm going to take the Jake Jamie Revolution spray and just spritz this all over my face. Just fan that dry. Then for highlight, I'm going to take the Revolution Incandescent Face Quad. I keep saying Ignite Face Quad, but it's incandescent. And I'm going to take this colour right here, which is like the champagne colour. I think you can see it right here. And pop that on my cheekbones. A little bit kind of like above the brow, tip of the nose, above the lip for a nice highlight. I'm just going to go back to that white shimmery shade with the blue kind of glittery colour and pop that in my inner corner. I'm just going to pop some mascara on my lower lashes. For lips, I'm going to line them with MAC Spice lip liner. Then for lips, I'm going to take Revolution's Pro Illusion Matte Lip Pigment Thingamabiggy. And this is the finished makeup look using the Revolution Pro Night and Day eyeshadow palette. Actually, I really like the way this look turned out. I feel super glamorous and I kind of like the look with my ponytail. What do we think? It's literally just because I'm really, really hot. I know the choice of top doesn't really match because I've got like a bright yellow dress on. But yeah, I do really love the way this look turned out actually. Palette, I've got a few mixed feelings on. I will be doing a blog post on this, so definitely go ahead and check out the link down below to read that as well. Okay, so quick synopsis of the palette. First of all, it's very aesthetically pleasing and it fits the night and day theme very well. Revolution are a brand of my heart. I do absolutely love them. There's only one thing I'll say, there's so many palette launches that I feel like sometimes they don't really make the theme of the palette, if that makes any sense. So they have an avocado palette that has recently launched that I want to get my hands on, and that fits the theme perfectly. This fits the theme perfectly with the navy blue and the gold and everything like that, and all the shimmers and sparkles and glitters. But there's been some palettes that I feel like kind of just look the same in different packaging, so I'm glad that it fits the theme. That was a very long rambly explanation, but I feel like you get what I mean. Also, I think the packaging of this palette is very unique and I really like it compared to a lot of other Revolution palettes. It's got this really cool like embossed fake snake print kind of effect on it. I think it's really cool looking and looks a lot fancier than it actually is. Shadows wise, the mattes that I used were very soft. They weren't incredibly pigmented, but they were very easy to blend. So you got your pros and your cons. The like glittery shades that I used, so I used the blue and the kind of white with blue glitter. I thought that was going to be more of an eyeshadow, but it's more of like an eyeshadow topper. You can kind of see the glitter on my brow bone and it actually looks really pretty. And on the inner corner it looks gorgeous because up close it doesn't look too intense, but it kind of catches the light and I'm into that. So yeah, really feeling that shade. The blue brown shade is gorgeous. It's definitely more blue than brown. It looks kind of purpley in certain lights, but it is absolutely beautiful. The navy blue shade worked gorgeously, so I'm a big fan of the shimmers. I just feel like the mattes in the palette could have used a little bit more work to make them more pigmented, but other than that, this palette is a thumbs up from me and I really like it. I will be doing a review soon on the Earth and Stone eyeshadow palette, which has some more gorgeous shades in it and it's the exact same kind of shape and sort of setting as that eyeshadow palette, so look out for that. Make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It would mean the absolute world. Click the little notification bell to be notified when I upload a new video. Make sure you are in the loop. Do you know what I mean? I'm just being weird on the internet because that's what we do here on Chiffon Makeup Biz channel. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Check out the vlog post. I shall see you in my next video and bye. Heat wave, it is so freaking hot. Oh my god, yeah. Take two. Oh my god, I just dug my finger in it. Messy. It's a navy blue shade called Mid. And at both my upper and inner, wait what? For my waterline, I'm going to take a black liner. I'm just going to go back